Hello and welcome to the Heat Army podcast. We are dying to start the show, so while we're in the intro like this, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, like and comment away. We want all of your thoughts and views for the start of the show as we get started, and we can't wait to hear from you. Also as well, we'd like to say a massive thank you to our sponsors at Northern Print Solutions, because without their help we wouldn't be able to broadcast the way we do. So let's get ready for the show. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the Heat Army podcast. We've won. Hey, we've got players through the door. There's lots to talk about. Obviously, we've got the win, 4-0 against Wealdstone. We've got three games in the next 7 days to preview. But I think we'll probably have a show in between one of the last two. Also, as well, we have the Prediction League and much, much more. Welcome, everyone. Lads, how are you doing after yesterday?
Oh, feeling good. What a difference a couple of weeks makes in football, eh?
It really does. It's been
a couple of signings as well.
Yeah,
I think that gave us all a big lift, didn't it?
Just positivity. January's behind us. You know, all that went on there, and now here we are in February, moving on. It seems like we've turned the corner a little bit.
It feels that way, doesn't it? We've got lots of people messaging in. Remember, fully interactive. We'd love to have your messages in. And we've got Darcy Gray. She's put evening all. We've got Trina as well. She's sat behind Mickey at the moment. We've got Fantastic Forces. Andy Allen put, how was the Land of the Giants, Davey? I'll get into that shortly. Of course, went last week. We've got good evening, everyone, from Sean Parry. We've got Steve Farnfield. Hi, this is Sandra. Stephen can't be here tonight as he's so I'm standing in for him. Okay, Sandra, I'm sure you'll be as positive as Stephen. We've got evening all from St. Geordie. We've got Christopher Stories put evening, gents. We've got the lovely Ruth has put hello one and all with some lovely emojis there. The messages are flying in. Craig Hilton, lads, you okay? Super Heat Army doing all right yesterday. And Vanessa has put evening all. Have you got your land legs back yet? Cracking win yesterday and seemed a little bit salty in roll slip.
Rice slip.
Yeah. Well, also as well, Mike Williamson's got the push at Carlisle as well.
Happy days. And Mickey's got a little frog. Mickey, why have you got a little frog on?
For Hanno.
Yeah, we know Hanno likes to wind people up. He's a bit of a troll online. He likes to put the picture of Kermit up having a cup of tea, doesn't he? So Hanno.
Yeah.
We'll touch on the Mike Williamson stuff. It is sad to see him get the push because obviously when he left us, it looked like he was going to kick on to better things with MK Dons. Didn't work out there in the second season. Yeah. And then at Carlisle, I didn't want to see him or Busted or anyone lose their job, but it was a little bit salty for all of us, wasn't it, when they come back to take the players in the manner that they did. Them players have jumped ship to work with Mike Williamson. That isn't the case now. So we could well be playing them next year. They got beat yesterday again. But going forward, I wish them all the best. But stay away from Gateshead players, lads. That's all I'll say.
I know. I think they spent nearly 200,000 in the transfer windows. That's what they were saying, Mike. Obviously it's not worked for him, and he's obviously paid the ultimate price, hasn't he? He's lost his job, so they've got Mark Hughes over there now.
Once the fans turned, and also as well, I think there was I can't remember the name of the journalist, but he kind of turned as well. He was putting out articles about the fans turning on him, and that was kind of the beginning of the end. I feel that. If the press on your side, then it's just not gonna happen, is it? But as I say, I wish them well. But football's a cruel sport, isn't it? At times, you take audits, but sometimes you just got to take the kick in the teeth as they come. And I'm sure they will bounce back and get themselves another job in football and hopefully be successful. But stay away from Gateshead players. That's all we ask.
Interestingly, we're going to see some of them players next season. Why up? He's got a dog. Hello.
Hello, Perry. Perry, get down. There we go.
I mean, to be fair, Mike blew everything, and I Gateshead now. A lot of us lost respect for him now. If I keep coming back and cherry picking our players.
Yeah. It was so.
I mean, if we're completely honest about it, Mike had obviously we know he had a great time here. There was always people that were very cynical of his stance on not having a plan B. And Carlisle did have that in abundance. They didn't buy into his brand of football. I think Gateshead fans did. Ultimately, we still are, in I'm not going to say in the shadows of it, but it's still definitely, in the club, our philosophy, the way we play. But you're in a relegation battle. Sometimes you got to throw the kitchen sink at it, and they were passing it around the back. And we all know it's high risk, high reward. It's all right if you're pushing up the echelons of the table. Battling, you don't want to see the ball going across your box, do you, to your goalkeeper 20 times before you build up to try and get out of a relegation battle. So I can see the Carlisle fans' angst and anguish, what they were going through. But I think Mike hopefully hasn't done too much damage to his reputation, because chairman will look at that. He was backed very heavily, both at MK Dons and at he's probably spent over £500,000 since leaving Gateshead on players, if not more. So he has been backed by chairman, and it hasn't worked out. That's not to say it won't work out sometime in the future, but he's going to have to maybe eat a little bit of humble pie wherever he goes, and Cockney is demanding for his brand. I think he's going to have to adapt.
Do you think he'll get another job, lads? Do you think someone will come in from at some stage? Not now, obviously, but probably.
I wouldn't be shocked if he rocked up at Hartlepool in next 18 months.
Summer.
In the next 18 months. I think that would be a good fit.
I don't know where he'll rock up. Mike had roughly 3 years to build us up, didn't he?
He did, aye.
We had in COVID, just before we come into lockdown, he had from March to August where they've trained full time.
That's right.
And that squad he had was a bloody good side. Look how many are playing in the Football League now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it is.
I agree with Michael, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm Scully there. I agree with that as well. What he says, I don't think he'll get another job back in the EFL. And
I think someone else, but I think Rob will be joining Mike as soon, out of the job soon. Unfortunately,
To be fair, Chris, I've sent the sniper down to get him.
Yeah,
he's gone from Carlisle down, has he?
They threw away a big lead, didn't they? Crawley 3-1 up and lost 4-3. It is where it is. Football's a cruel sport. When you're on top, everyone loves you. When when it's not going your way, you're the target. You're the one that's the center of the abuse. And I don't wish ill of the man. I respect him immensely. Some of the happiest memories of my life following Gateshead under Mike's tenure. I'll never ever forget that. But let's be honest, I think like a lot of people, a little bit of a sour taste has been left because of the way we were raided. But that's football. They are good players. We all know that the likes of Whelan that should have been playing Football League. We can't argue with that. It's just the way it is, isn't it? Wickham have got Crawley next Saturday. We'll see what we can do. Well, relegation. Go on, Wickham. Can we have Louis Story back if Rob is sacked? Wish he'd never followed Rob. I don't know. I don't know if that would be a case.
There's a question there, isn't it? Where's Louis gonna go? Because he's wrapped into football. He hasn't played football for about 8 months now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of teams that take him. Don't get us wrong.
I think the horse is bolted for him with Gateshead. I think if he goes back,
I don't think you could bring an assistant manager back as a player. I don't think that would work.
I think he'll go to the north. I think he'll go to like Shields or Dalton or something.
Well, let's hope he doesn't go out of a job, and that isn't the case. Let's hope he turns around.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Well, to be honest, if I'll sleep a lot easier now that Rob's not at Crawley.
Yeah, well, we'll say it is the way it is. But right, we're going to watch the highlights of yesterday's great win. Actually, before we go any further forward, there is one or two little bits of side business. Another thing that I meant to mention, obviously, there is the petition that's being put up for 3 Up. put football first. Of course, all the National League clubs have pushed for it to be introduced for the start of next season. I hope it does happen. I have my serious doubts about it, but we'll get into that later on. Of course, as well, big week if you want to get into the sports bar for the next 3 home games. Of course, Altrincham, Sutton and Braintree. We play them all back to back. Get yourselves in there and see if you want to get into the sports bar before the game. And and then we will talk about the players. Well, actually, I'll put them up now. Obviously, Gateshead signed Jack Roles on loan from Crawley, a former Tottenham player. And as I say, it looks like he's slotted in well. And of course, this one here, Brandon Horton from Chesterfield, highly rated. That seems a sign of intent to me. That's a big one. Really is.
Great signing.
Yeah.
On the left back.
Yep. So,
I mean, I may as well blow smoke up my own hole. What did we say about realistic transfers the other day? I wanted a left back, and we've got one.
It's not often you get it right, but when you do, you do.
I'll let everybody know, yes.
You do. He's going to dine on this one for 5 years. But let's watch a bit of highlights. Well, here we are. We've got the game here up to watch. Fantastic highlights as ever.
In the tatty field.
In the tatty, it's in
Did you hear what Hanno said?
No, what?
He said, a pitch that resembled the farmer's field next to me Nana's house.
Pretty bad. A lot of sand on that pitch, isn't it? A lot of divots.
I feel for clubs. We've had horrendous weather and a lot. Gone through these pitches.
Hey, so they got it on. That's the main thing.
Well, it is. Look at Aldershot. The hour before. How the tide turns.
How this wasn't a penalty, I do not know.
Crazy. Absolutely wiped out there, Louis Flower. But he's going to be doing that and getting into them positions as he won the penalty earlier on.
That was.
Isn't going to help us. But we know that is, as I say, high risk, high reward. We build up from the back. These things will happen.
I imagine what Mags was like on the touchline.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't like to have imagined what Mags' language was.
I bet he was going berserk.
What about obviously the debutant of George Shelby as well in goal?
Yeah,
pulled off a good save as well. A couple of good saves.
A clean sheet. But I mean, after this ball over the top, look for the run of Flower. And it's what it is. Once he gets a goal, he's going to fly, isn't he?
I think so as well.
Aye.
It was that Rose that played the ball through as well. I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he's really a workhorse, but Hanno, cool as a cucumber.
By the way, here's in all the years supporting Gateshead, is Hanno the best penalty taker we've seen?
Oh.
Because I tell you what, Hanno is an excellent penalty taker,
Josie was good in all mine, Steely.
Nah, he was. That's true. Just Hanno every time. It's just it's right in the corner as well. There's no deviation. It's absolutely pinpoint for him. I mean, apart from the 2 against Carlisle.
But there's another one. Look, see, he's on the shoulder of the defenders, and the defenders just don't know what to do with him, and ultimately just barge into him. But I mean, look, we're going to see another masterclass here from Hanno again. And
what in celebration?
No, well, penalty as well. I mean, it's an interesting debate that if he is one of the best penalty takers we've had. We've had some good ones, but you put the situation he's took penalties in, you put the level that we're at, where we are in the table, all puts him up there, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, definitely. I mean, how many goals he's got? Is it 10 he's got now?
Yeah. Well,
there must be 8 of them, must be penalties.
And also, we did a bit of a discredit last week as well, because we were talking on the last show about who's been the player of the month, and we didn't really put him in contention. He quietly goes about his stuff, but creates goals and scores goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
he's having a good team, to be fair. I mean, all the departures, he's probably in line for the season now.
I was thinking about that the other day, and just exactly that thing. Mickey was just thinking, actually, Hanno will be up there. He's steady, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, this is a great save there, but a lovely move from Wealdstone, the proper confidence. Yeah, it was good stuff. That got to give credit where credit's due. But I mean, Javon Malcolm, he come on for obviously Flower took a knock, and hopefully he's all right. We haven't really heard much about it, but we've seen this in the National League Cup games when he runs forward with the ball. He looks so dangerous. And obviously, we're going to see his goal in a second. The first goal.
He's powerful as well as fast.
And I think hopefully that gives him the confidence just to do it more, because when he gets his chance, because here we are, look, watch, he's away, and then
also he skips inside, just drops his shoulder.
Yeah,
drops his shoulder, bang.
I know it's a bit fortunate, but
you create your own luck, though, don't you?
You do, and it's much deserved. He's kept plugging away. He hasn't hid. As I say, that none of the players hide. But he keeps going, and he keeps going. And, I'm glad we're starting to see it in league games, because we've seen it in the National League Cup. We've seen some exquisite goals in that competition from him. And now it's starting to translate into the league. And that's ultimately what we want to keep him going like that.
Hopefully, I mean, that seems pretty keen on him as well. When Margs has been, he's been tarting him up and saying he's never had a run of games and blah blah blah. I'm not going to lie to anybody. I think he's a lovely lad, but he hadn't like set my pulse alight type of thing, with his performances.
Yeah. But but at the same time as well, you didn't see. I know you didn't see cup games, but that's where he's shone and shown the glimpses of what he can do. But I mean, also as well, Javon Malcolm, stop partnering in the disabled beers at Gateshead. It's hard for you to hide when you've got Jov on your registration plate now.
Good header, by the way. Good header. Good header.
Great header. Look at that. He parked it well, as he does at Gateshead Stadium. Snuck in there, parked it in. But no, honest, I'm over the moon to see that he got, because I didn't know about the fourth goal, because I had to go and pick my wife up from the valley. So I had to go down. I obviously didn't have notifications on my phone when I'm driving. So I thought we won 3-0, and to come back and find out that Javon got a second was amazing. Yeah, it really is. I was as a cheeky bonus as it was. So
it's great for him. I'm delighted, and I hope he goes on and proves it's completely wrong. I really do. Like I said with Macca, when we signed Macca, well, I thought, what the hell was signed you for? And I said to Macca on the podcast, I've got to apologise to you. You proved us wrong.
Yeah. It really is. It's we've got a message here, Christopher Stories, but delighted for Malcolm. Hope this gives him the confidence, especially Flower injury is serious. Well, we haven't really heard anything apart from the Mags. You apparently said in the post match, you said it looked a little bit bad, but let's hope that in the light of a new day, it's not too bad, and the swelling or whatever's went down. Javon was man of the match in the non-league paper. Got in the team of the week. Not bad for half an hour's work.
Yeah, it is absolutely brilliant.
Indeed.
So disappointed that it looks like Flower might be out for a while. He was a real handful yesterday.
You never know. Yeah,
it would be devastating if that's the case.
Hey lads,
they've got a World War II listed gun turret at Wealdstone.
Well, they should have had it in front of the goal. We wouldn't have scored Flower.
There you go.
What a random stat that is.
It is.
Vanessa.
Yeah. I like
Vanessa's our scout in the south, isn't she? So
yes, she is. So
I remember in St Albans in the terrace behind one of the goals there was a massive oak tree. It's not there now.
Yeah.
Cut it down, didn't they, when they came in the conference? But there's a massive tree.
I always think back to that dead pigeon in the urinals at Kingsway at Bishop Auckland. That was a land.
Blackbirds as well.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of urinals, I remember Merthyr Tydfil, where you could actually, it was breeze block, and it was Andy McCallum, because he was so tall, there was no roof, so you could actually watch the match while it was having a wee in.
Obviously,
what about
Welland?
Welland just went in the urinals there, and the people on the bus cannon past could see.
Can you remember years ago when Newcastle had a big game and the helicopter was above and it went over the urinals when they were all having a pee? The telly.
I love it.
And the Gallagher end.
Mickey Hitler always go to Welland, always got beat down there. Anyway,
talking of urinals, I had the experience of using an outdoor one in Holland. It's like a round, like you go in like a maze, like a circle maze, and then at the end was just like a beautiful concrete block. stinking. But I hope but I'll tell you some stories from Amsterdam where I went with Jack. The boat was fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. Darcy's going to have a great time. I loved it. I thought the food was great. Jack loved it. And so anyway, we get to Amsterdam. The gangway is broke. So the gangway to get off the boat. So we had to wait. And then they took her down the bottom and out the main entrance to the front of the boat.
Oh, nice.
And like over. And so like it was a nice experience, a little bit different. You got to see different parts of the boat. Jack loved it. So anyway, we'll get the bus into Amsterdam, and Jack's like, I just want to get back to the boat. He goes, how long we got? I said, we've got 4.5 hours, Jack. I said, well, can I just come back to the boat? So we went for a wander. He was bursting for the toilet, and we found one of these quaint urinals. And then we went to a cake shop, and he got look. I should have put the picture up. He got a beautiful cake, like an Oreo cake. It was honestly about the size of his head. So we rings his nana to show that we're there all right, and that. And she goes, "You're not buying any of the dodgy cakes, are you?" But obviously, because flour and cakes and gummies and all. I was like, "No, we've got a normal cake. It's all right." So fast forward 10 minutes after he's finished the cake, and I've had my coffee. We'll leave the cake shop and walk around the corner and go down the back lane, and we're talking away, and he goes, what are these dodgy cakes, Dad? And I had to explain to a 7-year-old that they're allowed to have certain drugs in Holland. And after this conversation, I looks up and just sees 2 red lights in this back lane.
Oh, wow.
And my heart sunk, right? Thankfully, on a Friday morning, there isn't many working the window. So I was like, "Come on, keep going."
No awkward questions.
No awkward questions. He's just seeing empty windows. So we're walking along. We'll get to the next canal bit, and then this must be like a dredge comes through cleaning the canal, and he's videoing it and stuff. And then I looks up, and just in massive neon lights, live sex show, it's got written there. And I'm like, come on, let's go. And then, so, and then later on, like, we got like, you want to buy some clogs and all this, but they were like 60 quid for a pair of clogs. Like, wow. So I was like, no. So anyway, we had a wander and had a burger somewhere and stuff. It was nice. And then we thought we'd ring his mum because we're on a lovely canal. Now, I thought the red light district was just in one place. There's a couple of like pop-up shops, shall we say. And I'm talking away to Elaine, and then all of a sudden I just see this woman in negligee, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, turn this way. But, it was a nice trip. So, and then, I mean, Jack, you know what he's like. He makes friends with everybody. And on the boat, he made friends with this lad. And on the way back in customs, they were like, he come running over, and he had bought him a Lego figure because he had said he liked Lego, Star Wars Lego, and he went and got him one shop. I was like, aye. Oh. And, but anyway, fast forward, had a meal, lovely night. So on the way back, it's a little bit rocky. Not much, but Jack had a load of crap, load of chocolate. So 2:30 in the morning, I hear, Dad, I'm going to be sick. And I open my eyes. He's got the sick bag, misses it. It goes on the floor down himself. Then he gets it in the bag, and the bag is just like going, like inflating, like sloshing. So yeah, it was a good
trip. Oh, fantastic!
So what you're saying is Jack's come back from Amsterdam. He loves boats. He loves clogs. He loves lingerie.
Loves it.
Special cakes.
Not that Daddy was
special
looking.
Cakes, eh?
I'm saying not that Daddy was looking. I was trying to usher him through, but I must say that it isn't the A squad that works the Friday morning shift in these places.
Like, is that more the reserves? Is it?
Oh, that works well, doesn't it? You got the green screen on, the green clogs. Keep my word for it. I'm holding a magnet. It's a 2 wooden clogs.
Wow.
So, yeah, but
we had a good time.
It was great. I would.
What a birthday! You won't forget that birthday in a hurry.
Yeah, well, he didn't say anything. It was me that remembers it all. But
Yeah.
no, it was great. It's really good. In fact, hang on, I can show you a lovely little clip off the boat. I'll upload it while we're talking. But yeah, no, it was a lovely
expensive, David. Not that I want to know the exact cost, but was it expensive to do?
No, it was, for me and Jack. For kids, they get the breakfast free. So that takes like.
So it was a cabin, basically. Cabin for two, was it?
Cabin for two. All in with the transfers to Holland, to Amsterdam, back from the ferry. For us, because there was a deal on, it was £240. We could have got it cheaper if we didn't have a window, if we didn't have the sea view.
But he wanted that for his birthday. So.
Yeah, you want to look out the window. So it was great. But the food on the night time in the Explorer buffet is like all you can eat. Like just keep going up like until you leave. But yeah, no, it's great. And
it's an experience, really, isn't it? It's an experience.
£5 a pint, so it wasn't. I mean, I still think that's extortionate, but it wasn't like
that's just normal now, man, Davey. Honestly,
it's still extortionate to me.
I went out last night. It was nearly £7 a pint last night.
Yeah, but oh god. Yeah, I couldn't indulge in that. Also, well, as we look at this video, I was going to put up. Obviously, we put there was the Luke Hannon Player of the Month. Well done to Luke, and obviously it wasn't a hoodoo because he scored 2 goals after it. But this was being the big talking point. But it hasn't really. I feel like it's went under the radar for about an hour on Twitter. It went a little bit wild. I just feel like it's gonna get ignored again.
Yeah, I think it will personally. I think the Football League is scared of it. You know, the teams in the second division there, you know, they're terrified.
Can you see the teams really voting for it?
No.
I can't, simply because anyone who's regularly doing the bottom end of League One,
yes,
and anybody in League Two, fine. Well, all I have to do is look at Oldham, Wrexham, Notts County. They know how hard it is to get out.
Yeah,
and I can't see them voting for it.
But funny enough, I think those teams will vote for it because they, you know, like the Notts Counties of the world, because they know how hard it was.
Well, that's the thing. You're gonna have one or two, but you're not. I think you might get 10, maybe 20% of the league clubs doing it. Yeah. I can't, unless
look at the bottom 3 in the League Two at the minute. It's Carlisle, Morecambe, and Tranmere. Could you see Tranmere voting for it?
No. Colchester United, no. Swindon, no. You know what I mean? There's no chance.
Swindon's near the playoffs now, believe it or not.
Oh, that's right. I'd had a good win at Carlisle, didn't I? But honestly, it makes. I mean, the league's so good; it makes sense. I mean, the top half of if you look at the teams who go up from the National League, inevitably they do well. Look at Bromley, you know, they're not far off the playoffs. You know, Notts County, obviously a big spender. Stockport, Wrexham, they obviously went bouncing up, but they generally do really well. You know, the standard is good in the National League.
Yeah, a lot of the teams either bounce straight up, don't they? I mean, I think that's only in the past year we've seen Sutton come back down. I think they've probably been one of the quickest to come back down.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, no, it is a bit.
I think Grimsby voting for it neither.
No. But it's ridiculous. It should 3 up, 3 down. It's a no-brainer, but of course they won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Steely, of course, we know you're into your birds, and so is John Ollie. This was a little clip of a bird here in Amsterdam. Look at this.
Oh, what?
Oh, close it up. There we go. Look at that. That there was the urinal at the end. Did you see it? Oh, yeah.
No. It looks beautiful, though. I've never been to Amsterdam. It looks beautiful.
This was on the way out, right? This is me and Jack. You know me. We've got them. Me and Steely's got the same camera. It's great. On a boat is metal, and it's got a magnet on the back. So here's me and Jack. This was a lovely little moment I wanted to capture, and it's lovely till the end. Oh, you bugger. Yes.
Okay, let's go, class.
That was the kind of like the nearly the end of me. I didn't think how long the bench was, but yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely. And there we go. Just like watching the Titanic, says Sandra.
It was a very moving moment.
Yeah, stunning view. It was lovely. That was looking over towards. I think that's towards Sunderland. It was. No one's ever said that, have they? What a lovely view. The system is unfair. So many ex-AFL clubs struggle to bounce straight back. I know, but they do. When they do, they don't want to look back, do they? That's the problem.
Yeah.
That is
the problem. Yeah.
I've said it loads of times. It's not the death now. The thing it is,
no,
because it allows them to clear all the dead wood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all those that are disillusioned come back because you start winning games again.
Exactly.
They normally come back much better, haven't they?
But the EFL, EFL hiding behind it and sort of saying we're not going to vote on it until the regulator is in place. Knowing fine well the regulator might never happen and probably will never happen, or it'll take years.
I think that's why they're trying to make a public statement with the 3 up. But I just feel I feel like the world of football moves too fast and no one's talking about it now. It seems to be gone since the weekend's results in the FA Cup. I think there'll be more people talking about Liverpool getting knocked out the FA Cup this weekend than we'll be talking about 3 up. So it's a real shame.
I tell you, who's a big advocate of it is that commentator. He often commentates on Italian football. So I had him on the show about a couple of years ago.
Adam Summerton.
I mean, he's an excellent commentator, but he's all for, because he watches obviously the National League a lot, and he says
if the National League want to make a statement, what they need to do is make a protest or make a song and dance about it at the promotion final, the playoff final, Wembley. They need to have something there. They need to have big signs saying 3 up coming out onto the pitch. They need to do something. They need to make a statement and show what it is. Whether they have to dance it up. Yeah, I mean, whether they put it as 2 automatic or 2 playoff spots, and you have like a weird playoff system or something. I don't know.
Just 2 up and then a playoff place.
Yeah, that would make the most sense, wouldn't it? But we'll have to.
I think you need some big names behind it. You need some big people, who've been in it. No offense, the Wrexham lot. Why can't they get behind it?
This is a good one from Mick Scully's, but I always thought they should merge League 2 and the National League and regionalise the 2 divisions across to save travel expenses. It's a good idea, but there's always going to be that one Midlands team that's going to have to go all the way up or all the way down. Look at Bishop Stortford. There will be some kind of there will be a team that's harshly done by the separation but I think for the greater good that would be a great
idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, that's many years ago. That's what it was, wasn't it? It was 3rd Division North and 3rd Division South.
Yeah. We've got 3 up. Something to do in Amsterdam. That's why I nearly fell over. Yeah.
These AFL clubs are not going to vote for it. It's like asking turkeys to vote for Christmas, isn't it? So.
Yeah, good point. Hey, by the way, lads, we're talking about turning the corner and stuff, because obviously January, we now, like Gateshead fans, we obviously hate January now. We don't even wake up on the 1st of January and hate it. Mickey, we hated it on your birthday, Mickey, this year.
30th, and I'm telling you now, when Mr. If Mr. Essetti scores against Hearts tomorrow in the Scottish Cup, I'm going to the Paisley to kick his ass personally.
I think the chances of that happening are pretty slim at the minute.
But anyway, and obviously we lost players, and then the manager said in mid-January it feels like pre-season because we're building a whole new squad. I asked you yesterday about how many players we've used. I saw a stat this morning saying like we would use the most number of players in the last 10 games of any National League club. We used 33 different players in the last.
Wow.
That's like 3 starting 11s. In some of the clubs it only used like 19 players, and we'd used 33.
But they haven't been raped and pillaged like we have.
Oh, absolutely, Mickey. Yeah, that's it. I think, but things have settled now, obviously. So yeah.
Well, glad the 3-up campaign is being talked about at least. Well, I hope that they bring it up more. Although there is somebody in the national press that did pick up for it a bit, and hopefully going to be future guests of the show. Jeff Stelling stood up for it in tweet. Was it with Henry Winter? I think he went to war with him a little bit online. But yeah, I mean, there is going to be people that can, obviously show for it. But I mean, you talk about players. We've got a couple of there. There's Roles, one of the new players in there, and Hanno doing his signature little to the
Hanno's mate not very far away as well in that photograph, Werman.
Yeah, well, I think all three played.
Well, it's nice show without punch you, is it?
Yeah,
that's it. Aye.
But look, I mean, yes, they're down that end of the table, but to go and win 4-0 away from home after the January that we've had, the players have come in. We just pray that Lewis Flowers' injury isn't too bad, but you've got to say that I know one swallow doesn't make a summer, and it's just one game, but we're starting to feel it, aren't you? You're starting to feel that it isn't all doom and gloom like it was maybe 2-3 weeks ago. There's a bit of positivity around, isn't it, at the minute now?
Yeah. Well, we're due to bare bones. We had to bring them players in. It was simple as that. We still need in my opinion, to bring at least 2 more in.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Well,
we definitely need another striker, because if Flowers out for any length of time, we've only got Javin. Unless we're going to bring Rutledge back from Spennymoor, and I can't see that happening anytime soon.
No.
By the way, we've been bloody unlucky with injuries this season as well, haven't we? Like, see,
we thought we couldn't have another season like that, like we did the other year. But it's striking again. Mick Scully's put, now if the transfer window has shut, does this mean that Booty will be staying until the end of the season? Doubt any National League clubs will want to pay what we'd be asking. Well, yeah, and I sent, I think Mickey did as well. I sent Regan a message. Nothing controversial or anything. I was just saying, great performance the other day after he was back in. I said no one disagrees that you don't deserve a move, but I don't want you to leave, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in a Gated shirt until it happens. And he put, thanks, I appreciate that. And then if you look at social media, he's actively talking about Gateshead. He's talking about working hard, and that's the Regan Booty we want. That's the Regan Booty he deserves.
He's a class player. Because he's a class player.
Let's face it, lads. If someone offered you treble your wages,
where do I sign?
No, you're not gunning.
Yeah.
It's up to that club who's offered them treble the wages. They're not insulted with the fee they wanted to offer with.
Exactly. Right. But I mean, that aside, look, he's putting in the performances. We've had wins since he's come back. Oh, sorry, we're doing well since he's come back into the squad, and keep it in that way. It'll be good. And I'll be shaking my booty if he stays until the end of the season.
We'll all be shaking our booty, because having Regan Booty in the team gives us a better chance of staying in them bloody playoffs.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny when he put a transfer request in. Yes, it did piss us off. It really pissed us off, especially if I'm a captain. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you've got to, if someone's offered you treble the wages, your head's going to spin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We understand the crack of why, but I'd rather he just, whether it was his agent, I don't know. Irrespective, if Booty stays and puts in the performances, we'll have more chance of winning 9 times out of 10.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
With him in the team.
Yeah.
We've got Steely. If the 3-up comes off its champions and runners up and playoff winners, the structure.
Yeah,
that's what it should be. Yeah. We've got a message here. Steely, will you be at any of the upcoming games?
Yeah, I'll be next 3. Yeah, tomorrow night. Tuesday night. What day is it? So yes, I'll be there.
Sunday today.
I'll be there Tuesday night.
I haven't even read me Gary Mills book yet, by the way. I meant to ask you.
Me? God, I
haven't had a chance. I'll have to
I love it. I think it's a great book. Sorry.
It's a really good read.
Lots of games coming up. Hopefully, no more injuries and go on a decent run. I think everyone would definitely agree with that. Bundesliga and Bundesliga 2 have a 2 up, 2 down, and bottom third goes into a 2-leg playoff. Yeah, that's a decent. I like that idea.
We used to do that years ago in the league.
That's it in the league. I remember Middlesbrough beating Chelsea. That's it.
I remember Sunderland getting beat off Gillingham and all, and Sunderland went down.
That's right. Yeah. So anything like that, just give opportunity for these good Northern National League clubs to come up.
Definitely. Right, let's have a little look here. We do have the prediction league, and are
you still joined top, Bonnie lad?
Well, hang on one second. Let's have a little look here. Let's have a little.
Of course he is. Look at his little face.
There you go. Right, so me joint top with St. Geordie, both on 31 points. We've got Craig in third on 30 points. Hedonistic is on 29 and 4. Fifth is Christopher Story. Dave Steely with that march. I think he's got one joker left, haven't he, as well? And then Darcy, who's been hovering around there all season, she's in 7th with Joshua Walton. And then as I say, after that it's a bit of a free for all, but a joker can claim you up the league, as Steely found out. So let's have a little think. Will we do I'm putting the lads on the spot here, but will we do another show this week on Thursday before the weekend's game, or do you want to?
I'll be up for that, so because we'll cover Tuesday night's game, obviously.
Yeah, and then we'll just do the predictions for the Braintree game on Tuesday. So if you want to get your predictions in now, that would be great. If it goes ahead, I'd keep the playoff system and keep the league alive more for longer. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We got here. I see Mags said Jack Rose was a player he looked at when Rob was manager. Funny how football seems to work out. It is. Yeah. So it's
with the size of Rose's conch, you cannot miss him.
That's a beautiful nose. I'll not have anything said about it. Right? That's a beautiful
nose. When he went for a dive and he'd gone supersonic.
It's a Vols voice nose.
Well, you notice that the puns write themselves, because if he scores a jammy goal, you can go, that was a jammy roll, wasn't it? And there's I've been working on it.
He seems a good player, to be fair to him. And I can't see it now. I'm a fat little kid, so...
Yeah, Mickey, you'd be looking up that nose if you spoke to him in person. Right.
He'd probably be kicking the arse on Tuesday,
He will be. We'll be holding you down, Mickey. So, Mickey, you can go first with your prediction for the Braintree game.
4-0, Gateshead.
I'm going 3-0, Gateshead. Nice and easy, these two. Oh, what's Davey thinking? Here's Davey.
Well, St. Geordie's went 4-1 and a joker. God, he could leave us in the dust here, couldn't he?
Could I?
I'm going to go 4-0.
4-0. Another 4-0.
I honestly think it'll be tighter than that, but
yeah.
Too much pop. I think I've gone through the ceiling.
I've got to go something different to get past St. Geordie. So Darcy has went 3-0. Johnny Gray 2-1. Ken Webster 3-1 to the Heat. 2-1 to Gateshead, says Sean Parry. Colin Dilbo 2-0. Gateshead 4-0, says Jay. 5-0, says Trina.
Wow. I see on the sugar drinks as well.
Christopher
Story.
And so an essential John Ollie has went with 3-1. And as I say, I'm sure he loved that coot action before, didn't he?
I shocked the lads, by the way, John, because I thought it was a coot.
You did. Yeah.
Jack was convinced it was a duck. I was like, it isn't a duck. I don't know what it is, but we've got our resident bird friend. I'll send it to him.
Is it part of the duck family? I wouldn't have a clue, but I think it's known as a Eurasian cook, I think.
That's right. Look at you with your knowledge. You see, it's feet. It's feet are mental. Anyway.
Yeah.
Stephen put his prediction in the last show. He went 3-0 to against Braintree, and I'll use Stephen's joker. So Yes. That's what she's doing. So
positivity from Stephen.
Well, Sandra. He's Sandra on a Tuesday.
Yes, that's right.
Sandra on a Sunday night. It's only on a Thursday. He's Steve.
Oh man!
He's got his front on.
We will be bringing full match commentary of the next 3 home games, but remember the best place to see it is in the stand, and get yourself along. And of course, there is the sports bar as well. You can add an extra £10 onto your ticket, and you get access to the sports bar 2 hours before kickoff, a cold pint and a Dickinson pie, and also accessible through the game. So there you go, and access to the man of the match presentation afterwards. The doors open at 12:30 and 6 p.m. on a Tuesday. So get yourself
for the Tuesday game.
Imagine legless, didn't you?
You'll be hammered by kickoff.
And I believe Bernard McWilliams has given out free shoulder massages as well. So if anyone wants a shoulder massage, get in there and shout Bernard. He'll bring the baby oil, don't you worry.
Bernard does not deal out for free.
Oh, I'm sure he'd give me a back rub if I asked for one. See, there you go. Look, even Mags is laughing at the baby oil jokes. But let's give a little bit of credit of Mags as well. I mean, I know the season isn't over, nothing's been achieved, but he's had a baptism of fire as a manager.
Sorry.
The January has been a Gateshead manager's January. He probably, I don't know if he was expecting it or not, in the manner of way things have went about. I bet he's been frustrated. I bet he's been agitated, but he's kept a professional head, and himself and Liam Bridcut and Ian Skinner have kept that team going in the right direction, and they've added to it, and as it stands, it looks pretty good. And look, he's a young manager, still learning his way, and I think he's handled himself impeccably this past few weeks.
Yeah, and speaks so well as well. He's you can tell he's very knowledgeable. He's a footballer's man, isn't he? He's coming across extremely well. I'd actually say he's coming across better than like Mike Williamson and co. I mean, he's still got a lot to prove.
We've got a message from Mickey, bald as a coot. Mickey? There we go. Look, bald as a coot. But have you got feathery toes like the coot, though? Because I was really impressed with his feet.
I actually want to see Mickey's toes.
I must admit, a coot's feet are a sight to behold.
To be honest, really, with this cut, I haven't seen my toes in a while.
That's not the only thing you haven't seen. You can smell it, though, Mickey.
Oh dear.
Just stand back on Mark before we got any further.
Yeah.
How honest. His honesty is really refreshing as well. He doesn't sugarcoat it, and that's what I love about him.
Aye.
We all thought he had a really good chance to make a good manager when he was on the line. Was it with Rob and that? And he would said to his dad, Paul, we all thought he had a good chance of being a manager one day, and he's come in and what he's had to deal with. Wow.
And come out with the other end as well. He's come out with the other end now in February, and incredible.
Tell you what it is. Whatever he's signing on for, when he signed for Gateshead, I hope he gets on a lovely holiday in the summer.
I think he's got a baby due, hasn't he? He's got a baby due, so he'll be.
He's going to be a dad, isn't he?
Yeah, it was announced a while ago. Yeah.
Oh, it's really nice.
Wow.
So at least I hope I'm right. I'm sure. God, if his sister's Gemma, please let us know if I'm right. Because imagine if I've just said that he's going to be. I'm sure.
I know Joe Grayson is.
Yeah, Joe Grayson. I'm sure Max is as well. I might be wrong. I hope that if I am, I apologise, but I'm sure. Hang on one second.
Mickey is signing on for you, like where to? Like to New Biggin by the Sea, that's as far as that's as much as signing on for he'd have.
A return day ticket on Go Ahead Northern. That's what he'll get. We've got another prediction. Patrick Stories went 3-1. We've got a nice pitch for Tuesday. Yes, nice flat pitch. It will be. 1 second. What's got?
Does anyone play on the pitch?
How the bird look? How did it taste? I've never ate a coot. Has anyone ate a coot?
No.
Birds
have been poorly as a coot, but
Well, balders are good, but never had one. I've had duck and I've had pigeon, I've had quail, I've had pheasant. But I've never had food.
I've just got awful mental images. Right. Now,
does anyone else play on the pitch, by the way? Gateshead?
Sorry?
The rugby in the summer.
Yeah,
rugby in the summer.
Newcastle ladies don't play it on there, do they? No, they play Kingston Park, don't they?
Yeah. And we've got any news on the ladies' team, Mickey?
Well, I got beat 3-0 today, and I couldn't stay long last week. I went to watch them, and they were getting beat last week off Chester Street. It was 3-1 down when I had to leave because I had to go and get some shopping. So it's not looking good for the lasses at the minute. This what I've seen, but I've been a bloody good side today. If they want to be out, expected to go up this season, and they've got players from the borough, and though they'll probably deny it, the rumours are that their lasses are getting paid as well. So
yeah.
It's been a tough season for them, hasn't it?
It has. I think it's just levelling off at the minute.
A lot of changes.
Remember, still a very young team, young club, and they've progressed quite high, quite fast. And as you say, leveling out, I think is probably the best way to describe it, isn't it? It's I think they'll get there soon and find.
Because they're bringing lasses in from the university, and when the lasses have finished the courses, they're losing players as well. So lost some good players from last season. Holly O and that. Yeah. Holly O is a really good player.
One thing we don't talk about much on this podcast is schizophrenia. And on that note, Stephen has put, "Hello, I'm back. Hope Sandra hasn't been working herself. I'll sharp know when I watch it back." So I'm sure.
What's the joker?
I bet you that Steve Farnfield's in the house, right, with a pair of his dirty underpants on his hand, and he's like talking to them. Yes, I know.
He must have took his frock off.
Took his frock off, took his suspenders off. I think I might have seen him working in the window in Amsterdam.
I think he's put his land guns and his braces on now.
Yes, yeah. She asks, what have the birds done wrong for you to eat them? They're tasty.
They are tasty.
Yeah, yes. And I tell you talk about ducks. I like a good duck egg, me. Very rich, nice.
Oh, I've never had a duck egg.
Are you not? Oh, no, it's nice.
I look at two every time I do this podcast.
Yeah.
Duck eggs.
Eggs are lovely. I've had a swan's egg, not a swan's egg, a goose egg.
Swan's egg? Bloody hell.
Goose egg was quite big. Yeah, that was nice. Had that. But the duck eggs are nice. They're a lot more richer. They're really nice. Budgie tastes great, but it repeats. Hey! What a trill.
Davey's went over.
We got, how was the weather in Amsterdam? It was quite nice. It was quite mild, actually. It was nice and warm in Morocco.
Yes, Morocco, didn't you?
I'm guessing we both
was Morocco. More to the point, never mind Amsterdam.
I'm guessing we both smelled the same thing in the air, walking around the streets. It was fragrant. And Ken Webb's just put, "Leave my budgie alone." I think we will.
Ken's got a budgie.
Yeah, and we've got a few minutes left. You want to get your predictions in. Darcy has put, any Super Bowl predictions? Yes, it'll be long-winded and an awful halftime show. And
I'll be staying up to watch it. I'll be staying up to watch it. I must admit.
Mickey, who you fancying?
Oh,
I'm surprised, Davey. I'm surprised you're not a fan.
You know what it is.
I'm not bothered who wins it. I just want to see a decent game.
Aye, fair enough.
Totally different games. Did any of you either used to watch the Newcastle Birmingham game yesterday?
No, didn't watch it.
What a cracking game that was! And that Birmingham second goal is something to behold. What a strike that is!
Yeah, good goal that. Like
it was. I mean, we are lucky we didn't have VAR and all that, but it was just nice to sit and watch a good game where two teams went at it and need VAR to spoil it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I mean, like as I say about the Super Bowl in American football, I've tried to get into it, tried to watch it, and it's just too stop-start for me. I appreciate the tactics of it and the chess game it is, so to speak, but it is, I don't know. And then the halftime show is just awful.
Well,
most of the time, and
what's he called? I must admit, I prefer the Stanley Cup to the Super Bowl. I
prefer the NBA to that, but I predict the Chiefs will get plenty dubious decisions. Well, they reckon he's going to propose to Taylor Swift if they win, don't they, on the pitch? So it's rugby for girls. I don't know. You see about them being all padded up and stuff, but they're hitting each other with such force. The amount of brain injuries that happen in American football is horrendous, and the ligament damage is because unlike rugby and football, and that they play back-to-back days in America. That's what they do with their sports. So basketball,
it's on AstroTurf as well.
So that they'll play on a Tuesday night and they can play on a Wednesday night and stuff like that. And they do with basketball, and they're traveling, and like you're talking a 7-hour flight in between for some of them. You know that it's crazy what they put the bodies through on some of them things. But like the amount of players that are retired by the time they're 22 with knees shot, and then they've done it at college as well for a number of years and high school. Yeah. Their bodies are ruined by the time they're adults. Most of them. That's why there's such a. It's like there isn't many get to the top, you know. It's such a strange sport, but yeah. Watch the rugby. Oh, sorry, I was going to say watch on Netflix the documentary about Aaron Fernandez.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Top tip.
Yeah, it's
not rugby yesterday as well.
It's not a pleasant story. Right. Morocco was great, thanks. Went camel riding and visited a few nice gardens. We had a food on the rooftop gardens, found a sports bar too, and managed to get the game over there. That's mint.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you sample of any of the local culture?
What they call it? Pipes, is this?
Hookah?
Yeah.
Hookah.
Yeah, I was on about a pipe.
Yeah, they call them hookahs.
Oh, right.
We're not on about Amsterdam, Mickey, for God's sake.
I was going to say, you're still there.
Oh, dear.
Wow, I didn't know it was called hookahs.
Yeah. My mum, I obviously bought some presents and that. Obviously Amsterdam's famous and Holland's famous for the tulips, aren't they? So Jack got like some like wooden tulips that are all painted for me mum.
Oh,
and
nice.
He gave her them, and she thought they were real, and just trying to sniff them. How did you get these back? Because we didn't give them until like 4 days later. I was like, "Ma'am, they're not real." So yeah. Hang on, we got Casablanca was the local beer. Well, they're playing on the name there, aren't they? We've got that.
Yeah.
The average length of a career in NFL running back is 4 years.
Wow.
That's how, when you see the likes of Tom Brady and stuff, because they were just quarterback, they come on just for one play, just to throw the ball. That's and the kickers. Kickers got a long career. Right. So have the quarterbacks, because they're not overly involved that much. Quarterbacks can get kicked, can get tackled, but they are protected somewhat. But even still, I mean, it's and for the money they get, unless you're one of the top running backs, you're not going to make that much money. You know,
you were saying he was talking about proposing on the pitch if they win the game tonight.
Yeah.
They also think it's his last game. They think he's going to retire.
Well, he's 36 or something, you know. So he's had a hell of a career. Yeah, he's a fair age. I mean, he's
a fair age, 36
in American football.
In sports, I mean, still that in ice hockey, they can get up to 30 and late 30s and 40s and still be playing.
I've seen this picture. Sorry, we're going on for a tangent. I've seen this picture of an ice hockey player that played from 1949 till 1970, and obviously they didn't have face masks, and he was a goaltender, and his face was. I've never seen anything. I thought he had been like a World War I or World War II victim.
Yeah,
the puck that must have just hit his face so many times. It was mangled. Honest. So, but anyway, we've covered it all. We've covered hookers. We've covered walking.
I want to know what form Braintree's in. Are you looked at the form?
I have. I can tell you, Mickey, the last 6 games, they've won 2, drawn 2, and lost 2.
Right.
So they're in a bit of a mixed bag at the moment.
The fixtures on Tuesday night is Dagenham, Redbridge versus Woking, us versus Braintree, Hartlepool, Tamworth. Now, the ones that will interest us a little bit more will be Oldham versus Altrincham. Now, that's a derby game, obviously, in the Manchester area. So that's going to be a good game. Altrincham starting to find some form as well. And then Southend could do us a solid by beating FC Halifax, which would be quite good as well. So yeah, and then if you look at the standings, I'll share this screen now. Go down the bottom of the league. Braintree are in 18th, and they are 3 points above the relegation zone. And their form is they've won 2 in the last 5. They've only lost 1 in the last 5 as well. So they're in and out. It's going to be a tough game, no matter what. But hopefully we can, put a good performance on for the home fans and get a win. And it'll be quite good, that, wouldn't it? Be very good.
Be very nice. See, Oldham had a man sent off yesterday as well, straight red. So Matty Coslow will be for 3 games.
Oh, that's good. Really good. It's what I like to hear. He's a very dangerous player. Hang on. Obviously,
it's Steve Stan.
With Christopher Story saying, obviously, you rid a camel. Steve Farnfield's put the women must be rough in Morocco, must be rough.
Wow.
Camels take the hump quickly for me, too quickly for me. Yeah. When camel riding and what's the one? I've got another one here. In a Gafia desert during the sunset. Oh, very nice.
Wow, very nice.
Having a trip up or having a lovely moment. That's what I want to know. And Johnny Great has put Terry Sedgwick was the name of the NHL school to if anyone wants to Google him. So, Terry, I tell you what, because I talked about it. Let's get it up here.
Sorchuk. Right? What a surname that is.
Terry
Sorchuk.
Terry.
Yeah. Hey, we've covered a lot tonight, haven't we? Bloody hell.
I mean, hang on. Let's get some pictures of him when he was. So, right. I'll get this up 1 second. Picture right here. So share this screen.
Did he play in the NHL as well, or just the minor league?
So there's a picture of him here in 1950, all right, and a picture of him in 1966, right?
So 16 years later, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Jeez, he's almost like restructured his face.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Wow.
It looks like something from like a Hammer horror film, doesn't it? I mean, the skull. Yeah. I mean, look at that. I mean, he's a handsome bloke when he was younger, but look at that.
Exactly. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's serious stuff.
That like, isn't it? So, anyway, on that lovely ending of the show, it really does put Mickey as a handsome man now, doesn't it? Compared to that.
No, 9 times out of 10, when I see pictures of someone like me, it's normally got before.
Yeah, it's got Terry Soulface more like. That's awful. Needs to learn to use his razor. These are all lovely people. Well, lads, it's been a pleasure. We've covered. We've covered it all. It's been a great show. We'll be back on Thursday night. We'll be talking about it all, previewing the game on Saturday with Altrincham, and of course, hopefully, talking about another good 3 points against Braintree.
Fingers crossed.
We'll be there, and we hope you are. And Vanessa has put good night, night all. Have a good week. You too.
Good night, Vanessa.
Sandra and Stephen. So there we go. On that note, everybody, bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. Thanks.
Bye.